Alright, so in this video I just wanted to work the problems that you were attempting on this to see if you're getting them, okay? And the first one is probably one of the hardest ones, but at the same time it really gets into it. It says, solve each equation round to the nearest hundredth. It takes Maya 8 hours to pick 40 bushels of apples. Lucas can pick the same amount, which is 40 bushels, in 4 hours. If they work together, how long would it take them to pick 60 bushels? Again, this is a jobs equals rate times time, all right? And then if I turn it so I can see it a little bit here, and I'll turn the camera too, because I'm going to have to get my hands under here. We're going to write jobs equals rate times time. Let's start with Maya. And again, we know time is in, this time will be in hours. So hours on top, so our rate has to have hours on the bottom. And bushels then is what's the job, it has to be on the top. So it's 40 bushels in 8 hours. Or she can pick 5 bushels an hour. That makes sense. Lucas can pick same amount, 40 bushels in 4 hours. So he's picking 40 divided by, I can do that math, that's 10 bushels per hour. So their total rate, their RT is maybe what I call this rate total, is adding those two, and we can do this in our head. This is 15 bushels per hour. All right, well, they don't want to pick 40 bushels this time. I want to pick 60, so I'm going to fill in this equation, 60 bushels. Rate total is 15 bush per hour times T. All right, 60 divided by 60 bush divided by 15 bush per hour, and I get 4 hours is the answer for number 1. And that makes sense if you think about it again, because you knew they're bushels per hour, okay? So if I turn this, try to get this square to the screen, sorry about that. 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times 10 is 40, and that is 60 bushels, and that's what we wanted to get. All right, number 2. Sierra can harvest a field in 13 hours. And I'm going to skip a step, go right to rate of Sierra is 1 field, 13 hours. Matthew can harvest the same field in 14 hours. Find how long it would take them if they work together. So we want the time together, okay? Time total together. Here's the big thing I want you to catch. For sure, this is not 27 hours, it's not 13 and a half. It's got to be about 6 something, right? Because they're going to work together and they're almost the same rate. So we got to first find the rate total, which is 1/13 plus 1/14. Okay? And some teachers teach it this way. So they're going to do, and how long it would take them if they work together for 1 field, right? So right now, actually, we can do this without the math. We can say jobs equals rate times time. 1 field equals 1/13 plus 1/14 field per hour times time. So I got to get a number here, all right? And this is where I would want to use a calculator. And so I grab my calculator. And I say, hey, I want 1/13 plus 1/14. All right, and find out that that is 27 over 182. What a weird fraction, right? Time equals 1. And I'm going to drop the units because I know when I take these, I'm going to get hours. So I multiply both sides by the reciprocal. 182 over 27 becomes my answer in hours. And if they said round to the nearest hundredth, so calculator 182 divided by 27. How about 6.74 hours? All right, I'm only going to work the next 2. And if you want to send me answers for 5 and 6, I'll tell you whether you got them. I'm going to pause the video and really just flash up the answers of each for about 10 seconds. Not show the steps, but just show you the work. So we'll stop the video. And all right, so for problem 3, and I hope you read it, Josie can do one warehouse in 12 hours. Nicole could do one warehouse in 11 hours. So one warehouse is what they wanted to clean together. You sum their rates, and you get 23 over 132 for the fraction when you use your calculator, times time. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which I didn't show, but it's 132 over 23 on both sides. Cancel it here, and you get 132 over 23. They wanted hundredths. So you did that, and we got 5.73 hours for number 3. All right, number 4, the last one we're going to do in this video. Working alone, Lydia does 40 bushels in 10 hours, and that's what I put here. Avery can pick the same amount, which is 40 bushels in 13 hours, because he goofs around for 3 hours, I guess. I don't know. And what do we get? We get that they can pick 40 bushels, and we sum, and again, 40 divided by 10 is 4. We sum their rates, and just to prove you could do this as a decimal, I added them on the calculator, and I brought the decimal, which was 7.08 bushels per hour is what they're gathering together. Take that divided by 7.08, and we get that it's 5.65 bushels per hour. Again, these are pretty common on the ACT, guys. It's good practice. It gives you an idea of how to find completion of a job with multiple people working on it. Stay strong. I will talk to you again later.